Hello everybody, my name is Alan from Sauber-Lab, and today I will show you how can you install the Bitwarden to Docker. I will not show how to use the portrait in this case, but I will go through all the steps, how you can self-host this application, as well how you can outside access it, because if you don't have SSL certification you will not be able to do it. Also, I will show you what's the minimum information that you need to have. But first of all, you're gonna ask, what is this Bitwarden? This application, it's basically an open source password manager. And in this way, you can go out a little bit for the Google Chrome password manager or others application password manager and have everything in themselves. This application is more focused for enterprise, but if you have your house and have more than one user, it will work really well. And then you're gonna ask why I want to migrate from Google Chrome to another password manager. And I will say simple, security. Google Chrome, it's owned by Google. Some time ago, I started to post some video how you can migrate your pictures out from the Google, and then it's good to have a lot of information out of it, because you don't know how they keep this information and what you have. And your password is the most important thing that you have, because with your password they have access for everything, your social media, your application, your phone, everything that you have. So it's important for you to keep it safe. And also you can host in your server and you can do normal backups as you wish. If you like this idea and want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show, but first of all, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe for the channel, and let's do it. Okay, before we start to do any installation, I think let's go for the basics. What is this Bitwarden? It's simple, the most trustable open source password manager for business. It's focused for business, but will work really well for individual as well. You can work for you, and you can have all your family and your sensitive information stored only in one place. So have this one in mind. We go a little bit down and see what they promise, or at least they tell about this application. They say that it's trustable security, so your private information is secured encrypted with the end-to-end encryption. So it means that all the time that they are trafficking outside your server or your device will be encrypted this data. Also, this application is open source transparency. It means that they have open source and everyone have access to this information, and they can check if they are not sending your password for outside, or what it's keeping, or what's the information that they do. Also, they have a lot of different applications, different platforms that will work. If I go a little bit down, they put really clear that will work with Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, Google Chrome, and continue on. You have a secure password for any location of your device. We're gonna show how to do it, but in the next step. And that they say that's enterprise grade security and compliance. Have everything in mind. Now we're gonna go for the pricing, but we're not gonna use it, don't worry, but only for you have an idea how it's work. And if you go for personal plan and you don't want to host yourself, you can come here in a free tier, or basically free option, that it's free but only for one user. And if you want an organization of 2 people, you can have an organization of 2 people, and that is free as well forever. But we want to host in our server so we can have as many users that you want, as many people that you want. Have this one. If I come here in download, here they show which kind of application that you can install. You can install Windows, Mac, Linux, Google Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft. You can install in Android, you can install in Apple, and a lot of other applications. So have this one in mind. We're gonna go for the basic, what we need to have. Here I have my container. Here in my container, I already have the proxy manager installed, just because I want to save time. And if I open here my proxy manager, I already have one website created. This website will be bit.sauberlab.com. If you try to access this website, at the time that I post this video, this website don't exist anymore. Also, I have the IP for my server that will be 192.168.1.233.2.85. It means that we're gonna use the port 85. If you don't want to use this port, you can use other. And if I come here, my SSL certification, I just created my certification a few hours ago, and I created using the Cloudflare, only because I like to use the Cloudflare for the DNS. So if you have the Cloudflare as well, do the same, okay? It's more safe for you. Have this one. Now we're gonna look for the application that you're gonna install. If I open here my application, I will install the Vault, Warden, /server. It means that this container has been pulled over 50 million times, so it's quite safe. And as well, you have 3 days of last update, so they keep quite often update. And this one is alternative implemented for the Bitwarden servers, and that they will work with everything for the Web Vault. They put really clear it's not a Bitwarden application, but will work quite well with all the applications for Bitwarden. If I go a little bit down, they don't have any extra information that I need to work, only how to install and how the keys are important. So if I come here, I will need to pull this image. I copy this one and then I can open my PuTTY to access my server through the SSH. If I open here my PuTTY, I'm using OpenMediaVault 5, so this reason that I put this name only for I locate myself. If I put docker pull and this image name, I can run it and they will do the download for the latest version. Because I already pulled it before, so I don't need to pull it again, so it's totally fine. Next step, I need to install it. If I come back here, I can copy this information for Docker run, come here and I paste what I need to modify. First thing, I need to go here for the port and I need to modify for port 85. Why 85? Because if I use OpenMediaVault, I'm using port 80 to access it. You have two options, or you can change your OpenMediaVault to have other port, not port 80, but it's really easy only to move for port 85. Also, what I'm gonna do, I will create a volume. I can create anything that I want. Yes, I can create. I suggest you to create a location for a hard drive, and that hard drive you backup very often. But because I'm using this installation only to show you how to do it, so not lose time with it, I can come here and copy this information and I paste. So I will create a volume called Vault Warners. How I know that this work? It's really simple. If they appear this information here, it means that work and the installation has been completed. Now we can go for our container and check if our container is great and everything's running well. So if I open again my page and I open my container and update my container list, so I have this Vault Warden created. If I open this one and I come in log, they already create lots of information and that I can access it. So I come here in my container and click for this port 85. Once that open port 85, you should not continue on for this port because it will not work. But anyway, I will show you what I'm telling about. So as I told, I already created my email, my name or username, my password, put a hard password, but in this case we'll put really easy, doesn't matter. And then I create my master key as well, and I come here and put submit. What's gonna happen? Appear this information here, if you guys can see. Let me try it again. This web browser requires HTTPS choose web vault. This reason that I already created this website. So if I come here and click this website, they appear exactly the same information. So I can come here and create user. I can create my password, my user, and put submit. They'll say your password is too weak. You're sure to do it? Yes, I'm sure. Only because I don't want to stress to look for a hard password. Why it's work? If I come here, I have my SSL certification, so everything is working well. If I didn't have this SSL certification, it would not work at all, and that I needed to create it. So I can access my server, and I put here, and now I'm already my Bitwarden. If I come here, I can have send my information, I can have extra tools. So if you use the Google Chrome, you can come here and import data. I can select Google Chrome and they have the instruction how to do it. If I come here, they say what you should do, how to do, and continue on. So then I can choose the file and import it. Also, I can generate some password. I can export all my information in different formats, CSV, JSON, and continue. I can expose some password. I can check the exposed password. I can reuse the password report. I can check all the information. Also, I can come here and create another items. I can create a login, I can create a card, identity, security. I can create my token key, I can create my password, I can create my user, password, put some comments, and everything is hosted in your server. But it's complete? No, it's not complete. It's not working the way that I would like that it work. Why? Because I didn't add to my Google Chrome, so they will not add automatically. Okay, how I can add for my Google Chrome? If I come here in my extension, I already add my extension, but you can add the extension Bitwarden Free Password Manager, and you can activate it. Once that you activate, you can start to add this server. In order to add your server, it's quite simple. I come here in my extension and right click in my extension. Then there appear this information and put in settings. In settings, I can add my server URL. The same thing that you're gonna do if you're using your phone, the same thing that you're gonna do if you're using any application or any device. So here it's your website. I can come here and save and put login. What use that I use exactly the same user that I have before, that I created before, and now I will add my password. Of course, my password is quite easy, but I can come here and do login. Because I just created this server and don't have any password, they say that don't have password. But let's go through the basics. If I come here tab, I can add some login. Tab, I can send some information, can generate some password according for my demand. I can come here in settings, and in settings I can sync all my information. I can exclude some domains, and here it's the timeout. What is this timeout that's important? You can define how often that there will be the timeout. It means that if we go for timeout, they will lock, or I can log out. But in my case, I can leave lock. I can set that all time on the system lock, they will block, or when I restart my browser, or I can put 4 hours, or I can never want that put my password. I suggest you to leave at least, I don't know, minimum 1 hour, 30 minutes. Don't need to leave all the time that your browser restart or anything, but at least leave for some time. Also, you can set up some PIN, so you don't need to have a really difficult password and type your password. You can come here and look only for a PIN, that is quite easy. So guys, in this video I finish here how we can install the Bitwarden, one of the options, not the only one, but one of the options for your password manager. You have other options that you can use in the market, but this one seems one of the easiest one and one of the most secure. If you like this video and want to apply it for yourself, don't forget to leave your like, consider to subscribe for the channel, and see you next time. Bye.